Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Okay, alright, let's start off with Laura and Kevin. Laura is still looking into Heather's case. She's looking online to sit there and see if there's any other cases that's similar to Heather as far as, anybody else that has some sort of hip replacement or another faulty part in their body that would make them act out of character, act manic and act crazy and everything. And, at some point she does sit there and say to Kevin, well, Heather doesn't even want me to, she pretty much told me to drop it. And one, if that was the case, she told you to drop it, why are you still looking into this for? Because she's like, showing people that her case is relevant. But you just went to go and see her, and she told you that she wants to serve out her time there. She feels like this is where she belongs. So the fact that you're still looking into this, and the tone of voice that she's saying, yeah, she wants me to drop it, but I think it'll be a real shame for this, that, and third. And just like, but she wants you to drop it. So why are we still even having this conversation? Um, Now Trina comes in and they get to talking about Heather. And Trina, long story short, is like, I think that she should just let justice serve. Like, she says that she doesn't think that she should be held legally responsible for a medical condition that was beyond her control. And, you know, let justice play out, and if it plays out in her favor, then it plays out in her favor. Now, as the victim, she gets to feel how she wants to feel. I kind of think it's a kumbaya sort of thing. I feel like if somebody was coming at me, regardless if they have some sort of medical reason or not, I want them behind bars. I want them to rot. But I'm an asshole. So I can't sit there and fault Trina for how she feels. Now, Curtis, on the other hand, here's the thing. After Trina sets up the dinner and Portia comes home and sees it, and she's all smiling and stuff, and talking about the 1 year shooting or something. And they're eating dinner a little bit. Portia brings up the Heather thing, and I'm like, first of all, I was like, you know how long it actually took Trina to sit there and set this up, and you want to sit there and start killing the vibe by talking about Heather? But okay, fine. So they talk about it, and she's like, I want to sit there and try to get Laura fired. Get a recount or something like that. And Kurt's just like, well, they tried that before and, it didn't really work and stuff. And I could understand where Kurt's is coming from because you don't need two hotheads in the room, right? You don't. And there's a point where she's fired up and she's like, you're not even really that up, you're not even really fired up about this whole thing. And I understand her point of view because if I'm mad about something and you're just kind of very chill and relaxed, I'm gonna be like, we're not matching energy. But to be fair, again, one person needs to be the cooler head in the room. So I understand where Curtis is coming from. Up until the fact that he sat there and said, what did he sit there and say again? I want to sit there and say it damn near verbatim. Something along the lines of, I don't think that Heather should be legally responsible for what she did because of her metal poisoning. And I'm just like, run that back one more time. What did you just sit there and say? Did you just sat there and said that the woman who tried to go after your baby girl shouldn't be held responsible because of her medical condition? This is what you said at Trina's father. Listen, I'm all out for logic. Okay, I am, even when it comes to his family to a certain extent. But when it comes, I mean, well, I guess I can't really be logic when it comes to it. When it comes to your family, it's a little different, right? Especially that being his little girl, you know. I say his little girl because even when she's like 40 and she has kids and stuff like that, he's always going to sit there and see her as his little girl. So the fact that he actually said that, I was like, all right, bro, see, I was with you up until that point. Then it just kind of went off the rails or tits up, whatever you want to call it. They're going back and forth about it a little bit, and eventually they drop it, and they continue to have their romantic dinner and stuff. And Portia's the type of woman I can kind of rock with to some extent, because Portia's the type of woman it's like you much want to you you much rather have her be happy with you than angry with you, because Jesus Christ, that girl got some fire. Um, Now after Jason talks to Anna about trying to get the satellite phone, and he wants to go there, and she's like, "It's a bad idea. I'm gonna do this by myself," and that's just how it is. She leaves and goes to Valentine's. Liz comes over, and Liz tells Jason about Jake being accepted into this art school, and what the hell is actually again? Barcelona. And Jason's like, all right, listen, I want to sit there and help pay for the trip and the tuition and stuff like that. And at first he's like, no, I'm looking into student loans and things of that nature. It's like, no, 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 no. I know he calls himself Morgan, but he is a Q and he does have money. I think he can actually do it. Okay, you've been a single mom, and like he said, you've been carrying that burden for far too long. So the fact that you was not there pushing him on a little bit, it's like, nah, you let him pay for it. That's fine. Now he was like, "Do you think that Jake is going to be okay for me paying for the trip?" I'm just like, I think he's going to have to be if he wants to go, unless he wants to then put Mom Dukes in more debt. I think he's going to have to sit there and just kind of just suck up his pride or whatever, and just take it. Um, Saying it like it was even really a choice. It was like, well, do you want to go to Barcelona or not? You want to put Mom Dukes in debt or not? Well, then I think the answer is pretty clear. Um, okay, Felicia and Maxie. I know they are coming from a place of love. Y'all doing too much. Okay? Y'all doing way too much. After that awkward interaction when Cody realized that Mac is there and they just both look like Boo the Fool. And Cody's, he just kind of takes off. He's like, listen, if he wants to find me, he knows where I'm at or whatever. He leaves. And Mac is like, what's up with the embarrassment or whatever? And Felicia's like, I'm not gonna apologize for me sitting there trying to, put you two back together. And I'm just like, okay, listen, we get it. Your heart was in the right place. But one of the things that Max said was, what do you want me to sit there and do? Forgive him overnight? And I'm like, no. But then they keep drilling it in about how it's so important to not losing more time. And, Maxie once again brings up, hey, listen, you forgave me a bunch of times and I'm the queen of mistakes or whatever. And, Mac is like, it's different because I knew you. He's a stranger to me, you know? And that's true. He is a stranger. And he is hurt. And she keeps talking about, oh, it's your pride or whatever. It's your pride. And I'm like, okay, and let's just sit there and say it is. This whole him telling the truth has damn nearly been like, what, one day? Calm down. Even if it is his pride talking, it's been a day. Chill out. Y'all both doing too much. Let this man be angry a little bit. Let this man have a bit of pride in the fact that he rejected him over money and everything, like he wasn't good enough. That'll sit there and hurt anybody. I honestly tell you the truth, they need to be sitting there trying to look at it from his point of view. And yeah, she says, "Oh well, I was like that with mom and stuff like that." But I'm like, okay, well, hindsight is 2020. You already got over that hurdle. It's easy to sit there and say, "Oh, it's easy to sit there and give that type of wisdom when you already made it over the hurdle." Now, I don't really understand why Sasha needed to sit there and tell Cody. She could have simply just kept it to herself, and that would have been fine. But then she's like, I need to swear you to secrecy and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. The fact that you're telling one other person, there's always going to be that risk of it just coming out. So I don't even understand why'd you do that. And why'd you also put him through keeping a secret for you? Put him through that burden, that stress. He does actually have to sit down and work with these people and see these people. Seriously? Long story short, Cody's like, hey, listen, are they normally the type of people that sit there and have affairs, sneak around and stuff like that? No, well, then just, chalk it up to a mistake and keep it quiet and let life move on. And what he said was even more important. I mean, it was important about that, although I do, like I said, it's a duality thing, but you are living in a house full of rich, powerful people. You're going to see a lot of stuff that's going to make you uncomfortable. You're going to have to sit there and learn the art of discretion. Okay? Because if you can't handle this scandal, I don't know if you're going to sit there and last living in that house. That's probably the biggest important part because, yes, at the end of the day, no matter what she does, she is screwed. Okay? She opens her mouth, she screws over Willow. She doesn't say anything. She's screwing over Michael by lying to him every day about his relationship. You know, let me think. This isn't the first time that Willow cheated. Okay? I don't want to sit there and say she has zero qualms, but she cheated on Chase with Michael. So I think when Michael finds out, yeah, he's going to be pissed off. But he's also going to be like, well, oh yeah, how did we get together? Oh yeah, you you cheated on Chase. Good times. Um, so I guess what she's gonna sit there and do. She's gonna have to sit there and suck it up because she was with Michael and it was awkward as hell. She felt super uncomfortable. She looked like she was ready to jump out of her skin. So, um, yeah. Now finally, Anna comes over there with a bottle of wine. Once again, he goes into the kitchen. I don't understand, unless she has superpowers and super speed like the Flash, she is not going to be able to sit there. The fact that she found that phone the first time was nothing short of a miracle. But she starts digging around, and Valentine comes back out, and she's like, "Oh yeah," because he's all like, "Oh, so you look for something?" Wouldn't it be funny if he already knows that she found the phone? Now he's just going to just effing with her, just because. But anyway, she doesn't get to sit there and look for the phone. They have dinner and everything. Um, Valentine talks about, have you given more thought about us going away from Port Charles? I don't even remember this conversation. And she was all like, oh, well, I'd be really upset if you just leave. So Valentine's like, come with me. And, yeah, that's pretty much where it ends. That's pretty much where it ends. I don't know if you're going to get that. I don't know if she's going to sit there and get that satellite phone. I mean, I get it. She doesn't want Jason to sit there and mess up the operation. He would have parked there again. Valentine would have spotted it. Same car, 2 nights or whatever. Nah, this ain't a coincidence. And you just happen to be here again. So I get it, but I also get Jason's impatient. Him being impatient. He's usually a logical person, but when it comes to his family, Tends to strip them off from time to time. Anyway, that's the gist of the episode. But if I'm missing anything, write in the comment section, or better yet, come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.